What's up? How y'all doing? My name is Alec Nance. This is Conscious Connect, and today I'll be doing another like vlog style post. Just want to talk with y'all for a minute about extraterrestrials, UFOs, things of that nature. So I'll be doing more of these vlog style posts moving forward. I may go back to like the more classroom structured things eventually, or maybe it'd be kind of like an even mix of everything. And I'll even want to turn this into like kind of a travel blog eventually, but right now we're doing a vlog on ETs. So probably about 2023 is when I first became interested in extraterrestrial life. It started with, I was watching this congressional hearing. It was this Navy officer testifying on like the little Tic Tac UFO. I don't know if y'all remember that, but I'm sitting at home and watching this, and my mind is blown. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why it caught my attention. Like, I've always like kind of believed in UFOs, but like I've never been just like super interested because I don't know, just nothing that my focus was on. So fast forward to anyway, it piqued my interest pretty much. So I started watching, just looking on YouTube and just trying to find more information about it, and I came across Dr. Greer. And he has a wonderful channel on YouTube. Y'all should check it out. It's full of just dozens of testimonials, people who are, I guess, involved with the armed forces or certain projects going on, trying to reconstruct alien spacecraft. And it's all these people. Everybody has like these like similar stories. And something about me, when I become interested in something, I develop like this what do you call it, this hyper focus, and I'm just, I don't know, I couldn't get enough of it. So do a little bit more research into Stephen Greer. He had this it's this technique called, what was it called, coherent thought sequencing, and what else, Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, where pretty much I don't know if I'm sharing this IP or whatever, but it's kind of out there. Like, there's YouTube videos going out to like a place where there's just, I don't want to say secluded, but I was doing it from like my patio of my apartments, and just projecting your thoughts out to into the universe, inviting them in and saying that you want to have contact. So I'm doing that. I do it probably twice. I go on my patio, I follow the steps, and I had like this little laser. I was flashing it into the sky, and I'm sitting out there. And I didn't think anything was gonna come from it. I just thought it was cool. It was cool listening to people talk about it, what they experienced. So I wanted to see, you know, I'm just a curious guy. I want to see if something would happen. So probably the second night I'm doing that, I go back into the house, and it wasn't storming. The sky was perfectly clear. All my power goes off in the house. And I was like, whoa. I took it as kind of a sign, but at the same time, like, when you're kind of getting to these things, you need like undeniable proof. You need a continuance of signs, and that's what I received. I continued to practice, continued like putting out there thoughts, you know, peaceful. I don't know. I just wanted to, like I say, I was curious, and I started to see things that may that may look familiar to what like a UFO, but I didn't know if it was just like an aircraft or not. So one night I'm out on the patio, and I'm just chilling. It's like a regular Saturday night. I'm on the phone with somebody, and like the brightest light I ever seen like popped out of the sky. It was just like shoot, shoot. It like appeared, then left. It was so freaking bright. It wasn't like and it was close too, very close to my patio. It wasn't like light from a light bulb or LED or anything like that. It was like as bright as like the sun almost. It was kind of like, I don't know, it was crazy, but it shook me to my core. I was like, when these things happen, you almost want to see it again, but at the same time, part of you was like terrified. So I knew that I was getting a hold of something. So after that, I just wanted to continue my journey with that. I wanted to see more. I guess you can call me kind of a thrill seeker. But I really just kind of dove headfirst into UFO encounters, things of that nature. Like, I couldn't stop. And I came across Dolores Cannon. Now, those of you who know me know I'm a quantum healing hypnosis therapy practitioner, and that is Dolores Cannon's technique. And she has all these books of doing past life regressions and extraterrestrials coming through. The first book I started with was The Custodians, which is amazing. I recommend anybody read that if you're interested on the subject. And then I proceeded to read books 1 through 5 of the Convoluted Universe. And like I say, it's one of the few, like, everything made so much sense to me in there. Now, I did have to deal with, I think they call it cognitive dissonance. Forgive me if I'm butchering that word wrong, but it's pretty much when something is challenging your belief systems and everything you know, to the point you just get sick. I have to stop reading the book sometimes, but they were communicating with her through her hypnosis patients, and man, just, you got to check it out. You got to look into it. I can't give you like a brief summary, but it was life-changing. And I read that book, like, I've gone through those books multiple times. They're long books too, but it's that good to go through like 2 or 3 times. And right after that time, like, I was working for this college, and I ended up like quitting my job and going to school full time at night. So I'm at home a lot. I was without a job for like, I just started looking for a job for like 6-8 months from then. So I'm at home by myself most of the time. I'm meditating all day. And keep in mind, like I say, I speak a lot on this channel about like strengthening my third eye. It was kind of in conjunction with this. Like, part of me wanted to be more clairvoyant, more psychic, just for like my own purposes. I wanted to practice mediumship. And then the other part of me wanted to communicate with these extraterrestrials. Hey, big girl, how you doing? Good. You need me? No. Now, there's a lot more I could say about that, but I want to fast forward and stay on topic with extraterrestrials. Pretty much, I started, I knew I was going on like these spacecrafts from time to time. And as I'm sitting there, I'm meditating, I'm dedicating like most of my time to meditation. Like, I'm meditating with like crystals in my third eye. I'm becoming like more and more clairvoyant every day. And they started showing themselves like through kind of like telepathy. Like remote viewing the spacecraft. I see them, and it would shock me sometimes because like they're like ugly. That's what I was like laughing at. It was funny to me. I'm like, y'all ugly, you know what I'm saying? But they had like these kind of pale faces, these little beady cheeks, and like these big black eyes, and like, I don't know, they were adorable pretty much, but very peaceful. And like all these memories started flooding in from like when I was a kid. Like I used to like I started to remember going on spacecraft at like 4 or 5 years old, and going underground, like going to these colonies that are underneath like the earth. Like, it's just like this knowing came, like, I remember this, and like every time something happened, I'm like, oh, this is like when I was a kid. Oh, this is like when I was a kid. So I just and honestly, they told me like, we're your family. You know what I'm saying? Like, Earth is so confusing, but there's a lot more going on than what we realize. So people are always obsessed like the aliens are coming. There is no like coming, like they've been here. Like, this is, Earth is their planet, you know, it's their planet. It's their our biodome is what they call it. But there's so much going on underground. Like, they come and go as they please. They don't have to they can be next to you and kind of be their frequency. They can shift their frequency to where they're pretty much invisible. Same with the spacecrafts. It could be like a craft hovering above me right now and I don't see it because like the frequency is shifted to where it's not visible to me. Now I want to spin back to that we're your family stuff. You guys should research the term starseeds and look into like people, like souls of a, I guess, extraterrestrial nature living human lives during this time. But it's just a knowing that I have. Like, that's my family and they guide me through life. Now keep in mind, I had to be conditioned for this. This has been going on about 3 years now. And I'm just now getting to the point where I fully understand everything. Things aren't frightening anymore, and I can talk about this in like a coherent manner because I've been taught a lot of things, but it's like some things they'll just give to me. Sometimes I'm taught, and I'm taught through like confusion, and like also I become a much better channeler. Like I say, part of me is like this guy who practices like the psychic arts. I do mediumship. I use my channeling for my hypnotherapy sessions, and then the other part is like kind of just like with them all the time. If I was to like go to like an island or just like be like secluded, like I would spend most of my time like communicating with them, remote viewing, and ultimately like living a lot more peaceful life. Like I feel like part of me is acting, but at the same time it's keeping me safe. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, I've been conditioned for this like over some years, but it comes times where it's like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like it kind of, it'll creep me out sometimes, but at the same time, like it's all I know. And if this was something that was taken away from me, being able to communicate, having them integrated into my everyday life, I'd be sad. You know what I'm saying? I'm so used to it. I receive a lot of guidance. They can see just everything. They know you better than you know you. I've been shown, and it's kind of like we just share like this brain. Like I can easily communicate with them, and they have like the upper hand. Not saying like this is like some kind of competition, but like sometimes I feel like they're my thoughts. They can send me like dreams and things of this nature, and it was a point of time where they showed me, like, it was weird, but their perception of like their end of the communication, and I'm like, are these my thoughts? I don't know how they did it, but it was pretty sweet. But they're the sweetest, most benevolent creatures. Like creature sounds funny. It's people you could ever meet. They're easy to contact. If you're watching this, you probably have family of the same nature. Now, I'm still confused on some things, but there's information out there, but there's more I need to experience to like fully be able to convey that to y'all. But I've seen enough, experienced enough, and had my life changed enough. Like I'm guided through everything, and like I always know, I always get what I want out of life. Now, keep in mind, you have to do XYZ to get to this point. That's what I'm told, and I have given up some stuff. I tell you what, my life is pretty plain Jane now, and some things I gave up kicking and screaming. Some logics I just had to go away, but ultimately I live a real peaceful life, and I wish more people were like this, but that's just like the earth we live in. For now, there will come a time where everybody's enlightened. It won't be a secret, it won't be a surprise, and that will happen during my lifetime, like at least by the time I'm in my 50s. I'm 31 now. They will be kind of integrated into day-to-day life by then. Like it won't be a secret. They'll come out. Like there's some things going on, and honestly, life is so confusing. I get like we're souls, and like the body, even everybody's is just like a vehicle, right? And the human experience is just that, the human experience. Like we're some of the few beings like in the universe or whatever who we come here, we choose to forget. We don't know that there's all these other things going on. Like I spent so much time in my life like thinking there are 9 planets. There's no such thing as ETs. Like God created us. This dude in the sky snapped his fingers and humans appeared. And like even like later on, like I grew up like very, very Christian. I was going to church twice a week, and like later in like my teenage years, like this shit didn't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, it's crazy, but I get it. Like I've done enough research, I've had enough guidance, and what the answer I get is, of course, like, why do we do this? Why do we choose to have a human experience and forget and be isolated? And the best answer I could get is we're bored. Like that's why. There is no like reason. It's just something that we do. We come here, we be humans. There's so much going on. Like the human experience is like a small portion of everything else that's happening with this planet. Like there's so much other stuff that will come to light eventually. Like the information's out there, a lot of stuff is being suppressed, but it's like people need that government stamp for everything. It needs to be indoctrinated. It's like studied at Harvard, like things of this nature, before people believe. But we're definitely living in a time of enlightenment. Like this is the start of something that's been ramping up throughout the years, and the earth is heating up right now, and belief systems are about to be challenged. I'll have a lot more to say about this, y'all, but I want to press forward to the future I see, which is pretty much what I've been saying. So like I spoke about in previous videos, I'm going to open a wellness center for the spiritual arts, hypnotherapy, sound healing, crystal healing, Reiki, things of that nature. Like that is going to become so normal, and it's going to become the preferred method of healthcare throughout time, right? Still in the early stages right now. This is something that has happened like throughout history, but it's about to become a lot more prevalent, and these methods are going to become like super known and just like ultra effective, and they're going to give us technology. Like people are getting into place right now. There's a lot of like spiritual, I call it spiritual wellness shops being open, and it's a beautiful time to be alive. That's all I got for now, y'all. If you have any questions, you want to discuss, share your experiences, if you've experienced similar things, put that in the comments. I got more to say. Hold on. Okay, guys, before I end the video, I need to talk about my journey into the fifth dimension. Some people call it ascension, some people call it the 50 consciousness. It's like a different way of being, and honestly my interpretation of it is like, I don't know if you, for those of you who are familiar with the Bible, it speaks like it's in code, right? From my knowledge, not from my knowledge, but just my personal opinion. So the rapture, right? The rapture, I feel like we're living in the rapture, right? And those of us being called to heaven is like, heaven is here, heaven will be here on earth. The fifth dimensional earth. We're shifting from 3D to 5D. It's going to happen within each individual person, right? And the people who don't ascend, I guess, I don't know, live their lives and pass away eventually, right? Like anybody else. But we're going into a more spiritual time, and that is kind of like what we're going through now will be taught to our kids, and so on and so forth. Like everyone's changing, so you guys can look that up. There's plenty of information out there. There's an abundance of information on the 5D earth, the fifth dimensional consciousness. People call it the Christ consciousness, all the above, but I'm going to tell you my ascension journey. So for me, my journey with that really started April 8th of 2024. There was this huge total eclipse, right? It happened, and I just knew within like the days leading up to it, and especially afterwards, that something happened, something that we probably could comprehend but aren't privy to right now. Something was just like super different, right? So the eclipse happened. I make my manifestations, right? Releasing everything out with the old and with the new. And then all of a sudden, and I seen these in like the people who I just met out of random, like in the spiritual community here in Little Rock, who were I was close to. We're still friends, but everybody started experiencing like the same, like these random people came into my life, and we all started experiencing the same things. Like for me, I was at home a lot during this time. I was crying every single day for like 30 days straight, like just super emotional. I didn't know why. I wasn't necessarily sad. I wasn't depressed. I thought I was having my spiritual awakening. I thought I was living in like some of the best times of my life. But it was just like this deep spiritual pain inside of me. Like I was so like, oh boy, just like tired. You know what I'm saying? So towards the end of that time, I will tell you, I experienced the total death process. Like if you go look up near-death experiences, people share their experiences. That's what I was going through at the time, but I'm still alive. Like I didn't pass away. I was fully alive, conscious, coherent, meditating a lot. You guys know, I have my visions, I astral project, I remote view. I was deep in my meditation bag, but I essentially had this vision that lasted all night. I was there with just the people who were like super important in my life. Like if everybody's life is a movie, these were my main characters, and then some. There were people from my future, children that I haven't even had yet, right? And we're doing this life review of like, just like kind of my best times, you know, the most special times in my life, the people who are most special to me. We're kind of just going over what those people mean to me and all these things. And there was a series of like, how did this moment make you feel? How does this moment make you feel? Proud, happy? It was funny. I enjoyed it. It was a beautiful experience. And like at the same time, I didn't, oh my God, there was so much going on in the background. Sometimes you get so used to something. I have these moments like, what is happening? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like I say, it lasted for like all night one night. Then I slept the whole next day. And then right after that, I go into something totally different. Like, it wasn't just like, cause that night felt like kind of like a, almost like damn, like a award ceremony or something like that. Like everybody was like just happy and like loving on me, and like, I was like, things from my future were revealed to me. Like I'm gonna go and live a very good life. My version of heaven here on earth is already coming to fruition. Like everything in my life is like unfolding so beautifully right now, and it's all been predicted like years ago. Now I'm just now seeing like the actual results, like the bread and butter to that. Like before then I was kind of just flying on faith, but I didn't go through a literal life review, like my Akashic records. Like I was there, it was my spirit guides who were with me, and we were going through like things in my life that honestly, some things I was proud of, some things I wasn't so proud of. And like the feeling I had was like, how do y'all know my memories? How did this make you feel? Damn, you know what I'm saying? Like it was so strange, but I'm going through all these moments, and it's kind of like just like the biggest reality check I've ever had. I'm a very nice guy. I haven't always been the nice person, even when in times where I thought I was acting in my best interest. My decisions affected people, and I kind of went through that. Like that's what you go through when you die. You kind of look back on life, you reflect, and honestly, that's why we continue to reincarnate. Some things you get wrong with certain people. It may be certain things that went wrong with this person in your family. Y'all want to do different next time. Y'all want to love each other. That's the ultimate goal of life, is for us to love each other. So you reincarnate into a different life and set up similar circumstances to like maybe switch the roles or do things a bit better this time. So that was crazy. Felt like all the feelings you could feel when somebody goes to like your deepest memories, you know what I'm saying? It was cool. That lasted for a little while, and then like I call it jumping into the energy, jumping into the current, the direction Earth is going to in this ascension process. This is happening to everybody. I don't know about everybody, but definitely like I would say people who I met who I would consider like starseeds, like who are just like a bit different on their spiritual journeys, they're aware. Like a lot of people this is happening to, but they can't see the signs, they can't pick this up. A lot of people can't channel. I was well aware of what I was going through, even though it was a bit painful at the time. Like emotionally it was tough, but it made me reflect on life differently, and it made me like love those who are closest to me. Like all we got is family. Like everything in this life is so predicated, everything is so, we're acting out a play essentially, and that's how I stay grounded. Just like loving your family, staying close to them, staying grounded. So after that, it was apparent to me that there are things in my life. I felt anger, I felt resentment, I had a lot of like unfinished business in my life, and like my life circumstances changed like extremely, to the point where all those people that I had things, I maybe had some resentment, like we were kind of brought closer together, and I had to act in the best interest of was just like, it's kind of hard to explain. Everybody's life is different, but I chose peace. I chose love in a lot of situations. I forgave everybody who ever hurt me. That's why I don't have any more anger. My anger has been swapped for, I don't know, remorse, or just like go another way. Like situations, like I don't take anything too serious these days. I just want to live like the most peaceful life I can. Now there's a lot more I could say. I can go into a lot deeper detail of that, but I feel like I fully ascended. Like my body feels different. I carry like this energy. It started in my third eye. It was painful at first. It felt like my head was about to explode, but there was something going in there. It's like energy blockages, but now like everything's free. You know, I literally feel like a soul that is wearing like a bodysuit, and I still gotta live my life and talk to people, but like I always say, like I feel like there's always like a part of me acting because so many people just aren't aware of what's happening around them, what's going on in their own lives. And I'll make more videos on just like the ascension process, my tips, and just like kind of be there for people who are going through the same thing. Like I say, there's a lot of people dealing with similar situations right now. They just aren't aware. There's like a huge spiritual awakening happening right now, and the earth is just shifting towards a different direction. We'll all be aware of how life is supposed to be, how life was meant to be lived on this planet. That's all I got. I hope everybody's having a beautiful, amazing life. Thank y'all for watching. Love y'all. Till next time. Peace.